Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. Both these teams told us they're eager to prove a point. Here we are mid-season. They both earned their spot in the rankings. We expect a tight, competitive battle today.
Well, that's the beauty of these top 25 matchups in the middle of the year. A little bit of a better handle on who these teams are. I love the fact that we get these two teams on the field. May the better team win. Hopefully it's a close one all the way to the end. Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
He hands it off to Levine. He's brought down out to the 46.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
He escapes the pocket. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next game.
He runs out of bounds. That's a big gain there.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Moves out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The misfire on 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. Looking to throw yet again. That's it's Singleton. Play number 7 on the opening drive, and it's 3rd and short. It's a design quarterback keeper. Defense stuffs him right there. No gain. 4th down coming up. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. As infield in the heavy pressure, big 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. Really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Back to throw. It's Siamaliava. The receiver. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
They bring him down at the 44. It's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Good job of picking up some big yards for the first down by UCLA. And Chris, they have had some great backs over the years, and this back's living up to it. Think about Maurice Jones-Drew, Jonathan Franklin, Skip Hicks, Deshaun Foster, and believe it or not, some people forget about this, but Jackie Robinson, known for his days of playing with the Dodgers, he got it started at UCLA as a running back himself.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. And the Bruins will come to the line to run the hurry-up. Handoff here from the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He is stuffed at the line. It's going to bring up 4th down. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Running out of time in the pocket. It is intercepted. Brought down after a short return back, but sets up the offense.
Chris, how about the big 300-pound defensive lineman getting his paw on that football and bringing it in for an interception?
Comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the round 46.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Now, near the sticks. It's Singleton. The drive stays alive with that 1st down completion. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Second down, they're going to throw it. It's a fly to the wide out. And the defense had to bring him down and try to wrap up the first quarter of play. So, Kirk, we reached the end of 1. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. Getting set here now for the 2nd period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Mustangs looking to keep this drive moving. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They bring him down after a solid game, but it's still well short of the first down marker.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball in. I'd expect this defense to pull the spot, keep this quarterback from running.
He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up first and goal. And the Mustangs line it up with first and goal. QB keeper all the way. Fires all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs.
That's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown. It shows you his versatility. We know he can throw, but here it shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, and he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Graham behind the line. It's Smith. And he gets out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Boy, great job here by the quarterback to find the running back out of the backfield. That'll earn his team a new set of downs.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And the one moves the ball over the 33.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where they want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that count.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking to scramble. The catch. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The Bruins starting a new series here on 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Escaping the pocket, now moving to his right.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback's scramble, and they're able to get open. When you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. The shotgun handoff here. Gets the first and still running. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
The offense with 3 tight ends now on first down, trying to create a mismatch.
We're just hearing this first half, and this defense is all over. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They were able to patch the end zone last time. They can do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Quick throw to the left.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board. like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Get in the end zone.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fires it to the wide. Catch made down the left side. Explosive. They finally make the tackle, but solid gain sets them up first down at the 33.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
It's a run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. You've got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half.
Build that momentum, offense.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looks right for a quick completion. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. Ball handed off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
And now the handoff. He breaks through. He breaks through on the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Bruins. No chance to catch him there.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And he knocks through the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and boot it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so we'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. To the air, it's Hawkins. Fires it to the right end. He's wide open, look out. Tackle made after a huge gain all the way to his 40.
And a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little gritty, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you can get a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
He's got the first and still going. And here he goes. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, we know this guy can throw the football, and here, this is what makes him so good. His ability to run the option and get involved in the run game puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now on the 25. Linebacker shifting around now. Dropping back. It's Maliava. Here's an easy completion to the back end of the backfield. Breaks loose at the 40. Goes out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for his big tight end. That's incomplete. Very nearly intercepted that time.
Well, in case you're counting at home, that was nearly his third interception of the game. That offensive staff has either got to give this quarterback some easy passes to build his confidence up, or they need to make a change and bring their game. Down he goes. It's a sack. Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to throw it on third and very long. He escapes the pocket. Looking to scramble. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short game. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Mustangs will kick this deep, begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, trying to make up this deficit. Looking to throw. It's Maliava. Nice grab. It's Marshall. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. And completion makes it second and short.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get the block.
Here's the handoff. You'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's Smith. They bring him down. It's a solid gain on the play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Bruins pick up enough yards to get a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Oh, it's well done. Good for this QB team.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Yes, if you want this back out on the field. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Dropping back. It's Hawkins. Looking to scramble. Lets it go quickly. Drive downfield shot. That's a good effort there. And now it's 3rd down.
Now the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The pocket breaking down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He could go. He's wrapped up after a solid return.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the line.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center with this defense, but they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Excellent running play.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. You get a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
He's in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. That strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. The last possession ended with an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looks like he's going to run it. Quick throw to the left. Pass ball is incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. We'll check that out. The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past the line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. 2nd down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. He's going underneath the top. Breaks a tackle, makes it the 1st down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the
Deep shot to the outside. It's caught inside the 30. He's still down. 4 set of bounds after a big game. This offense set up for the 1st down. So one enormous play, and this offense is threatening almost into the red zone. Listen to him. He'll go throw. On the run here. Let's it go. Oh, and he dropped that one. A great chance at his second interception of the game.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series, he almost threw another one.
So 2nd and 10 here as they try to stay out of 3rd and 1 here in this tie game in the 3rd quarter. He moves out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on a wide receiver screen. He shakes the tackle and picks up nice yards.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Good move now. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they got him for a sack.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
Sack sets up 2nd down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. To throw, it's Hawkins. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his 2nd catch of the game. Defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
Well within field goal range now, but they're hoping for more as they line up here on 3rd down. That's a bullet, but it's incomplete.
Well, they take a shot into the end zone on 3rd down. They come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. This game remains tied.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. He'll hand it off. Breaks into open space. They got it, and not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And they'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. He'll be brought down at the 46. Good enough for a first down.
Big conversion there on 3rd down to the receiver. Quarterbacks love a guy that they can depend on in these kind of situations.
And the Bruins offense is on the move now. Defense showing blitz here. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Look out. What's your run here? They make the stop. Not before a solid gain that time. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. As we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the the current national rankings. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. It wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain of time.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Off the play fake. Look at a pass. He escapes the pocket. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. You make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The Bruins will have first and 10 here. Here comes a handoff. Touchdown, Bruins. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
But that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. SMU offense is back out on the field now. On the way, it's different. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Bringing pressure. Trying to create here on the move. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Pass rush closing in. Backfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
He's trucking it deep again. That's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
And he's throwing for it on third down. Defense is coming after him. And he throws his third interception of the day. Could take it all the way. Steps out at the 9-yard line. What a play by the defense.
Oh, it's not over yet, but this fourth down interception is going to cost them critical minutes here at the least. here in the fourth quarter.
See if they can punch it in. It's first and goal. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Flying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the corner to stop him for a loss.
What a great job there by the defense, reading that play, pursuing the football. Nice loss of yardage there on second goal. Now it's third and goal for the offense.
Now tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
What a stop by this defense here on third down and goal. They've been put in a very tough situation, and 3 straight plays they've stepped up. Now, a big decision for the head coach for the offense. What is he going to do here after those 3 plays? Is he still going to try to get this touchdown? Watching this guy in pregame, he has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the run. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Desperate times here. They need points, and they have to score quickly. Moves out of the pocket. Trying to get the throw off. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up. Back to throw. It's Hawkins. Looking for a man deep in the right side. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. That's third down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of the receivers that can make a play for it.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Fourth down, look at the throw for it. Pressure is coming. Oh, and it's incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Crucial moment late in this game.
Oh, man, you just hate to see this for this offense. They've done a nice job here, giving themselves a shot to get back into this game, and you got to go for it. But to come up a little bit short, this one may be over.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain. So 7-3.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Defense bunching at the line, showing the time. You see able to make the stop after a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Design quarterback run. Touchdown, UCLA. Still no answer for this offense.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
The extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18.
All kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. The vision makes it second down. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
They fail to connect downfield again, and time is a major factor now here in the fourth quarter with the deficit being this big. Just not much working for this offense today.
Looking deep for late game loss. Going to the line here with the clock running. Handoff from the shotgun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. And the Mustangs come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Looking to scramble. Tries the right for the control. Great catch. They get him on the line finally, but it'll be first down for the 14. The Mustangs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. You keep him up bounds for a run. The end zone has a lead. And finally stop it, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future.
Touchdown, Mustangs.
Chris, remember college football, just one foot down game would count for a touchdown.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Well, it took a look just to confirm it. It looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. Now the try for the two-point conversion. And the back now goes in motion to throw. It's Hawkins. Moves left out of the pocket. And the two-point conversion is good.
Well, we know this quarterback is a threat throwing the football. Here he uses his legs to get this two-point conversion. Nice call.
Looks like we're lining up to attempt an onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
And the UCLA offense back out on the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Going backwards to open up this drive after the loss, second down and 15. And it's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. And here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide.
Breaks into the clear.
really stood out today for this offense has been the balance. Now, they've gotten some yardage on the running back. He's done his job. The offensive line is protected and given the
Rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
well, and that's another touchdown for this offense. They continue to go out there and battle. I want to see what this handshake's going to be like after the game. I don't know how the opposing coach feels about this late score.
And the extra point up and good. They stretch the lead to 16 here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. Start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Scanning the field. It's Hawkins. On the move now. Looking for a late deep ball. That is interception number 4 today for this QB. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, he's bringing it back. Out past the 30. The ball is loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover.
Well, I thought the defense had a real shot at it, but the fumble rolls out of bounds, and the offense will keep possession and a double-digit lead. What a break for the offense.
And they'll keep it on. They'll fight for a decent game here now.